Good morning, students. Today our topic is half-life. Half-life is represented by the letter capital T. What is a half-life? Half-life means, suppose if you take a radioactive substance, in that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have 16 nuclei. These 16 nuclei can be reduced to 8 nuclei, and these are reduced to 4 nuclei, and these are reduced to 2 nuclei and 1 nuclei. Let it be half-life, time, and this is a number of nuclei. Suppose if you plot a graph between half-life and the number of nuclei. For the first half-life, the number of nuclei are reduced to 8, means half of the number. From this 8 is reduced to, for the first half-life, it is reduced to half. For the second half-life, it is reduced to half, means from 8 it becomes 4. For the third half-life, it becomes 2. For the fourth half-life, it becomes 1. Thus, we can define half-life as the time required for the number of radioactive nuclei of radioactive substance to disintegrate half of its original number of nuclei. Half of its original number of nuclei is called half-life. Is called half-life. The time required to disintegrate half of its original number of nuclei, that is called half-life period. Once again, listen carefully. The time required for the number of radioactive nuclei of radioactive substance to disintegrate half of its original number of nuclei is called half-life period. For that half-life period, we want to derive the equation for half-life period. What is the expression for the half-life period? I write the definition here. The time required to disintegrate half of its original number of nuclei. Half of its original number of nuclei is called half-life. Is called half-life. It's called half-life. Now let us derive the equation from law of radioactive decay. From law of radioactive decay, we can have n equal to n naught into e power minus lambda t. Let it be first equation. For half-life, put T is equals to T, then number of nuclei is equals to initial half, n by 2. Substitute these values in equation 1. From this, we can replace n as n naught by 2. N naught by 2 equal to n naught e power minus, instead of small t we can write capital T. Let n naught be cancelled. We have 1 by 2 e power minus lambda t. For the positive value of exponential, we can write like this: e power lambda t equal to 2. Taking logs on both sides. Lambda t equal to log base e 2. We need t. T is equals to log base e 2 by lambda. We can write it as t is equals to, we can convert this log e into log 10. For that, 2.032 into log base 10 2 by lambda. We can have, substituting log 2 value, we can have 0.693 by lambda. This is the expression for the half-life. T is equals to 0.693 by lambda. T equal to 0.693 by lambda. Once again look at here, half-life. Half-life means the time required, the time taken by the radioactive substance to disintegrate half of its original number of nuclei. The time required for the number of radioactive nuclei of radioactive substance to disintegrate half of its original number of nuclei. To disintegrate half of its original number of nuclei is called half-life. For that we are considering from the law of radioactive decay N is equals to N naught e power minus lambda t. For half-life period we are putting the value of T is equals to capital T. Then at the half-life period the number of nuclei becomes half of to the original. So we can write N is equals to N naught by 2. Substituting these values in the above equation we can get this value. T is equals to 0.693 by lambda. This is about half-life. Next we move to next topic, average life. Half-life and average life. Next, average life. Average life. Average life is represented by the letter tau. It is not a T, it is a tau. Tau. What is the average life? Average life is defined as tau is equals to total. Total is represented by the letter integration. Total lifetime T. Total lifetime of all the nuclei to the original number of nuclei. This is the average life. Total lifetime of all the nuclei to the original number of nuclei. How can we define the average life? It is the ratio of total lifetime of all the nuclei to the original number of nuclei. To the original number of nuclei. So the ratio of total lifetime of all the nuclei to the original number of nuclei is called average life. So tau is equals to integral represents the total. Here the T means time, the total lifetime by original number of nuclei. The ratio gives the average life. But we know that dN by dt is directly proportional to N. dN by dt is equals to minus lambda into N. dN is equals to minus lambda N into dt. Substitute this value in first equation. Then tau equal to integral T. dN means we have minus lambda N dt by N naught. Next, tau equal to minus integral T lambda N dt by N naught. Substitute the value N here. Minus integral T lambda N equal to N naught e power minus lambda T into dt by N naught. Here N is equals to N naught into e power minus lambda. We know that. So by cancelling this, we can have minus T lambda e power minus lambda T and dt. This is tau. By integrating, we get tau is equals to 1 by lambda, where lambda, we know the value of lambda. This is one formula. Tau is equals to 1 by lambda, where lambda is the decay constant. We know that what is a lambda? Lambda is a decay constant. What is a lambda? Lambda is decay constant. Once again, look at here. Average life. The ratio of total lifetime of all the nuclei to the original number of nuclei is called average life. Here the expression is written like this: tau is equals to integral t. Integral t means integration represents the total lifetime of all the nuclei to the original number of nuclei. From the law of radioactive decay, we can write dn is equals to minus lambda and dt. Substitute this value in the first equation, we get this one. So here from law of radioactive decay, we know the value of n equal to, we can write it as n equal to n naught into e power minus lambda t. So by substituting all these values and integrating, we get the tau is equals to 1 by lambda, where lambda is a decay constant, where lambda is decay constant. This is about average life. Next we'll see the relations between average life, half-life and decay constant. Next. Relations between half-life, average life and decay constant. Look at here. So we know half-life is represented by capital T, and average life is represented by tau, and decay constant is represented by the letter lambda. So from we have half-life is equals to T is equals to 0.693 by lambda. This is one relation between T and lambda. This is a relation between half-life and decay constant. Next we have tau is equals to 1 by lambda. 1 by lambda is equals to 0.693 by t. We can have t by 0.693. This is the tau. This is the relation between average life and half-life. This is the relation between average life and half-life. Average life and half-life. Average life and half-life. So these are the relations between T and lambda, tau and T, where T is a half-life, tau is average life, and lambda is a decay constant. Let us see some of the problems regarding these. And we have the one more formula to solve the problems, that is equals to n by n naught is equals to 1 by 2 whole to the power of n. N by n naught is equals to 1 by 2 whole to the power of n, where n equal to small t by capital T. You have to remember this formula, which is very important to solve the problems regarding the half-life and average life, where n is equals to remaining nuclei, n naught is equals to original number of nuclei, or we can set it as initial number of nuclei. initial number of nuclei. Next, T is equals to, simply we can write n by n naught is equals to remaining fraction. Remaining fraction. Where small t is equals to time and capital T is equals to half-life. Half-life. You have to remember, this is the formula. Remaining fraction n by n naught is equals to 1 by 2 whole to the power of n. 1 by 2 whole to the power of n. Let us see some of the problems. Here we have the problems. First, number one problem is number one. The half-life of radium. The half-life of radium. The half-life of radium is 1600 years. How much time? How much time does 1 gram of radium, 1 gram of radium take to reduce 0.125 gram, take to reduce a 0.125 gram. Okay. Here in solution, they given half-life of radium. Half-life. Let it be capital T, that is equals to 1600 years. How much time? What is the how much time needed? You have to find the time. Does 1 gram of radium take to reduce 0.125 gram? Initial number of nuclei, the initial mass, let it be n naught, is equals to 1 gram. Take to reduce, n is equals to 0.125 gram. 0.125 gram. So, we have the formula n by n naught is equals to, we can write 0.125 by 1. We can write it as 125 by 123,000. By cancelling this, we can have 125, 8. Let it be 1 by 8. So we have n by n naught is equals to 1 by 8. So we can write this as n by n naught is equals to 1 by 2 whole cube. Compare this with n is equals to n naught 1 by 2 whole to the power of n, where n equal to 3. But what is the formula? N is equals to small t by capital T is equal to 3. We need small t is equals to 3t. That implies 3 into t is equals to, we have 1600. That implies we have 4800 years. So how much time required to reduce 0.125 gram means it requires 4800 years. It requires 4800 years. It requires 4800 years. Look at here. They given the half-life of radium 1600 years. And how much time is needed? Thus 1 gram of radium to reduce to 0.125 gram means initial number 1 gram, the final is 0.125. From the formula, comparing this with this, we can get the time required to reduce 1 gram of radium to 0.125 gram is 4,800 years. 4,800 years. That is 4,800 years. Okay, students. That's enough for today. Next day we'll meet with other problems. Thank you.